It's time for NBA. We've got Tony T to talk a little NBA. Just a reminder, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the bell for notifications every time we post a new video. Bucks and the Nuggets. I have the Nuggets at -2, but I know this is probably moved since Giannis is out with a knee injury. Do you know the number on this one that's more up to date?
Yeah, the up-to-date number is 5.5, and it was known yesterday that Giannis wasn't going to play. So I guess people have just starting to get on board here with this Denver team, and probably a fade more on the Bucks, which we talked about here for some time with this Milwaukee Bucks team, is they were going to hit a really tough scheduling spot. And you know, Chelsea, it's coming down to now. You know, we joke about load management, and now we've got Giannis with this knee injury, and I think what's going to happen now, I think it's just going to make a case for load management. When you see the Bucks going through the most difficult scheduling spot of any team right now, and you got an injury to a star, people are going to start questioning, why didn't you saw this schedule? Why didn't you just reduce his minutes? Why wasn't he playing? Stuff like that. And I think you're going to start seeing changes now in the NBA whenever you get a star player injured and they're in a difficult, and they've gone through a really difficult scheduling stretch.
Right. I almost wouldn't blame them, because I had to triple check this, but the Bucks have only played 3 home games since the All-Star break, which, if you don't remember, is around Valentine's Day. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. We talked about that on our Thursday show for Friday when they played the Lakers. They played 3 games, but the most important thing, all 3 of those games have been 1-game homestands. Which, as Craig said in the open, you got to count those as road games, because you come in and you fly out. And when you look at the Bucks, they are playing their 11th game in 11 different locations. That is real tough on the team. And you're talking about shooting as a rhythm. It takes your body out of whack. You played at a big time program as a big time athlete, so you understand the rigors here. Just think about having to play 11 different locations in that short period of time. It's tough on these teams. And you saw it last night in their loss to the Phoenix Suns, getting pounded 140-131. I could only lean here with Denver laying the 5.5. It was going to be a big play for me at -2. Obviously, the line move keeps me away from betting the game, but I would still lean on the Denver side. And, you know, Denver does have a day of rest. They're coming home here, and of course, they're battling the Clippers. Now, one thing to note too is when you got to look at some of these playoff races here. I think the most important races right now are the 4 and 5 seeds and the 2 and 3 in the West, because the Clippers and Nuggets separate themselves only by 1 game. You know, there's a chance that they could meet in the Western Conference semis. And of course, if you're Denver, you want that home court advantage. You want to play it in Mile High.
Right. Even though the Nuggets have not been especially good against the number, they're 1 and 4 against the spread, coming off a loss to the Cavs. Are you taking the Nuggets here because you like the Nuggets, or because you're fading the Bucks?
It's more of a fade on the Bucks right now. Yeah, remember, they're not only are they hit with this difficult scheduling travel, but they're also playing back-to-back 3rd game in 4 nights. And one thing to note here is the Nuggets at least are in a better shooting form. The one positive with Denver is they're probably going to want to run in this game. And they're shooting, and when you look at their past 5 games, they are making 50%. I just don't believe that Milwaukee's going to be able to shoot at a high percentage here in this spot, especially if Nuggets come in with a fast pace, which I would do if I was in their shoes, because they have the day of rest, and of course the Bucks traveling situation. And one thing to note here: if Milwaukee gets down big, I don't see a comeback in them. I mean, these are situations here where, you know, your head coach, you just saw Giannis go down. There's going to be heat on you. You know what the pregame press conference is going to be like. You know, this road stretch, are you going to limit minutes? That's going to be in his head. I wouldn't be surprised if Milwaukee gets behind and he benches a lot of his first line players, and it's nothing but the backups here late 3rd quarter and most of the 4th quarter.